In the history of great empires, there are figures who stand out not only for their military achievements but also for their vision and boundless ambition. Tupac Inca Yupanqui, the 10th ruler of the Tahuantinsuyu, is one of them. Nicknamed the Alexander the Great of America, he expanded the borders of the Inca Empire to unimaginable limits. But beyond his land conquest, legends say that he led a maritime expedition that could have taken him to the remote lands of Oceania. Was Tupac Yupanqui a visionary ahead of his time, or a myth fueled by 16th century chroniclers? Today we will explore the life, deeds and mysteries of this fascinating Inca emperor. Tupac Inca Yupanqui was born around the year 1440 in the heart of Cuzco, the capital of the Tahuantinsuyu. Son of the great Pachacutec, the architect of the empire, and Koya Mama Anahuarque. He grew up among the rites and traditions that shaped future Inca rulers. From a young age, he was instructed in the art of war and political strategies. At the age of 15, he was named Atun Auki, Crown Prince, and a Pukispai, General-in-Chief of the Inca army, a position he would hold with mastery throughout his life. Under his leadership, the Inca army carried out numerous military campaigns that consolidated the power of the Tahuantinsuyu. Tupac Yupanqui subdued the Chemu, whose powerful capital, Chan Chan, fell after an ingenious attack that included the diversion of the Moche River, leaving the city without water. He also conquered the Chachapoyas, famous for their bravery, who joined the Inca army as halberdiers. His empire stretched from Quito in the north to the Mole River in the south, encompassing a territory that would be the dream of any conqueror. However, his ambition did not stop there. While observing the vast waters of the Pacific from the coast of Manta in present-day Ecuador, Tupac Yupanqui felt the call of the unknown. According to the accounts of the Spanish chroniclers Pedro Sarmiento de Gamboa and Martín de Murúa, some merchants who arrived on the coast told him about two mysterious islands called Awachumbi and Ninachumbi. These lands, they said, were full of riches and inhabited by strange people. Driven by his curious spirit and his desire for expansion, the young ruler decided to embark on a journey that would lead him to challenge the waters of the ocean. But the information from the merchants was not enough for Tupac Yupanqui. He wanted proof. This is where a curious character comes in, Antarqui, a mysterious sorcerer of the Inca court. According to the chronicles, this man had the ability to fly and offered to explore the islands before the expedition. Although it is likely that his journey was more of a trance induced by hallucinogens than a literal flight, Antarqui returned, assuring that the lands described by the merchants were real and full of riches. This was enough for Tupac Yupanqui to set his plan in motion. Tupac Yupanqui ordered the construction of a large fleet of rafts known as wampas. These boats made of balsa wood were capable of carrying up to 50 people or large amounts of cargo. Some were 25 meters long by 7 meters wide and were equipped with cotton sails and a system of planks called cuaras, which allowed them to maneuver with precision even on the open sea. The chronicles speak of more than 130 rafts, each with a crew of warriors, sailors, and provisions. The preparations were monumental. The fleet had to carry dry food such as corn, meat, and fish, in addition to fresh water stored in hollow reeds. They also had the possibility of fishing on the high seas to replenish their supplies. The largest rafts included cabins to protect the crew from the sun and rain and were secured with strong henequen ropes. Without a doubt, an impressive feat of engineering for its time. They set sail around the year 1465. The expedition, which according to some accounts had up to 20,000 men, departed from the coast of Manta heading west. Chroniclers claim that the voyage lasted more than 9 months and was full of challenges. Ocean currents and winds could facilitate or complicate the journey, but the nautical skills of the Andean peoples were impressive. What was their destination? Here the theories are divided. Some believe that the fleet reached the Galapagos Islands, known for their volcanic origin, which could coincide with the description of Ninachumbi, the island of fire. However, the Galapagos Islands were not inhabited at that time, which contradicts the stories about a people with great wealth. Another possibility is that they reached the Pearl Islands in Panama, where they could have found indigenous communities with gold and other valuable goods. But the most intriguing theory is that the expedition crossed the Pacific to Oceania. According to Peruvian historian José Antonio del Busto, Tupac Yupanqui could have reached Polynesia. On the island of Mangareva, in the Gambia Islands archipelago, there is a legend about a chief named Tupa who arrived from the east in command of an unknown fleet. The inhabitants of the island were fascinated by the tools and ornaments they carried, and even today, a dance is performed in their honor. Another island that could have been visited by the Inca fleet is Rapa Nui, or Easter Island. There, a construction known as the Ahu Vinapu has striking similarities to Inca construction techniques. But how would the Incas have accomplished such a feat? Ocean currents and winds could have facilitated the crossing, carrying the rafts westward and then helping them return to the South American coast. In addition, the engineering of the rafts, with their ability to navigate even in adverse conditions, would have been key to the success of the expedition. Upon his return to Tahuantinsuyu, Tupac Yupanqui ascended to the throne and continued his campaigns of expansion. Although there is no conclusive evidence of his arrival in Oceania, the chronicles say that he brought with him strange objects like skulls and skins of unknown animals and dark-skinned men who would have caused astonishment in Cuzco. These stories fueled the mystery surrounding his expedition. Tupac Yupanqui died around the year 1485, leaving behind a vast empire and a legend that has survived the centuries. His ambition, vision and courage made him a figure comparable to Alexander the Great, although his exploits are still shrouded in an aura of enigma. What do you think of the story of Tupac Inca Yupanqui? Was he really the discoverer of Oceania, or was his journey just a myth that grew over time? The truth is that his legacy reminds us of the human capacity to explore the unknown and dream the impossible. Leave us your opinion in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories. See you next time.